I have always been fascinated with Sergals, ever since I first discovered them way back in the day browsing the web nearly a decade ago. At that point, I was unaware of large portions of both the furry community and fandoms in general, but the most I ever worried about was homework or keeping to myself. When Sergals and the world they inhabit came to my attention, my mind exploded with interest. I remember scrounging through image boards and sites like Fur Affinity, looking for art and trying to uncover the origins and story of this once elusive species. Storytelling is often told through the eyes and words of the creator. When the internet became what we all know of it today, that changed everything. Sergals, the furry fandom's most notorious species, having existed for nearly 16 years, they managed to capture the imagination of those who wish to dive headfirst into their lore and history. But reputation is one thing, for Sergals especially, and fact is another. This species has many stereotypes. Some may humor you and others may sway you from experiencing their beauty. The idea behind these videos is to show fans who may be interested in learning about Sergals, the world of Vilous, or the creatures that inhabit the planet of Eltis. Most of the information provided in this series comes from the official sources, such as the Vilous Wiki, fan interactions and their history with the setting, and the furry community as a whole. With all that said, let's jump right into it. Out of everything I could have said, I chose that. Ugh. The year is 2003. A young artist has created a new species, born from their imagination and fascination with animals such as rabbits and kangaroos, along with what most don't see. Often confused with sharks or raptors, a head of a Sergal actually draws its inspiration from military aircraft, such as jets. In the early years, Sergals remained in their country of origin, Japan. Shared with friends and fellow art enthusiasts, Sergals wouldn't become popular worldwide until the following years of 2005 and 2006. The species, still in its infancy, has started its rapid conquest of the internet. Sergals quickly began catching the attention of several communities online, such as the role-playing community and the furry fandom. Word traveled between people who shared a similar interest in this new creature that seemed to have come from nowhere and without a backstory. This rapid spread of interest would reach its peak when the species arrived at the internet's most prominent image board. 4chan. A website infamous for its casual use of unrestricted content and its anonymous users. Sergals wouldn't stay long, though, being at the will of the site's users. But during their stay, one of the species' characters stood out amongst the onlookers. General Rain Sylves, a brutal warlord with a lust for blood. She would be drawn in many horrifying acts, such as defiling others and often being compared to Pyramid Head from the video game Silent Hill, of which she would be drawn defiling. Like, I know it's Pyramid Head, but is nothing sacred? Her popularity wouldn't end at 4chan, though. This character would become the staple of the species, and for many years to come would be responsible for the poor reputation Sergals have received. Rain would be featured in a series of short stories written by the species' creator, Mick Ono, to highlight and explore the world of which these creatures inhabit. The novella, the blue, green, and red chapters, tell the stories and lives of Sergals and their struggles with living on Vilous. The red chapter in particular tells the story of Lucien Calcado, a human who crash lands on the strange world of Vilous, and his interaction with General Rain. This would be the first time Sergals received a backstory, and world-building fans could see. All of these stories were written in Japanese, and only the red chapter has ever been translated into English. These stories would be only the beginning of the journey Sergals would take, as shortly after they were written, they were classified as Old Age canon, and the New Age canon would begin its creation. In the early years of 2010 and 2011, Sergals underwent a transformation of design and story. Many of the Old Age canon characters, such as Rain and her son Jack, transferred over to the New Age canon. During this process, Sergals would lose mammal-like features, including breasts, but kept their more well-known anatomy. Sergals would remain popular, but without direction in the following years after their redesign. Much of the time spent in the years 2012 and 2014 were filled with trial and error, ups and downs, and commissioned artwork the fans of Sergals would receive from Mick Ono, inspiring the next stage in the life of the species. In 2015, Mick Ono created a Patreon, where the world of Sergals would become a full-time business, dedicating more time to world building and art creation. The foundation had been made for the biggest step in the species' history, the creation of the Vilous Manga, a cooperative effort between Mick Ono and friend Kiki Uma. The graphic novel series showed the history, struggle, and world Sergals call their own. To this day, the manga is still being produced, with a new page released every week. Sergals have shown no sign of slowing down in popularity, and only continue to show the creativity of its community. From the very first Sergal to the latest personal creation of a fan, Sergals show the world that stories tell themselves, through experience and dedication. What started as the imagination of an up-and-coming artist quickly grew into a worldwide passion.